Welcome to Ocean Spray's Lighthouse, our new innovation and marketing hub. I want to welcome our distinguished guests, Mayor Walsh, and today is a real special day for us. Now, most of you know Ocean Spray. We're 90 years young, and we'll be 90 years young in 2020. But I want to take you on a journey. Ocean Spray started off as a real entrepreneurial venture by three founders, two from Massachusetts, one from New Jersey. And the one from New Jersey, she was a first woman founder of this cooperative. That is the spirit and the power in belief of entrepreneurialism that 90 years later we are incredibly proud of opening Lighthouse in none other than the innovation hub of Boston, the Seaport district. Now, as Mayor Walsh also says, this is the Silicon Valley of the East. And I echo the same, Mayor Walsh. Now, something else I have to say, when we create this space, it's about inspiration. It's about collaboration. It's about creativity. So my wish on this space and for this space is about coming up with innovative ideas that takes Ocean Spray to the next frontier of creative products, creative business models, and creative opportunity for how we can serve our consumers, our customers, and our stakeholders across the fold. For our existing colleagues, it's inspiration. For new colleagues coming in, it's about boundless potential of what can be possible. And for our leaders, it's about developing leaders that can make what's possible a reality and execute it. And that is the power of this space. When we work with innovative companies, we work with innovative people. It's all about the rebirth of the Seaport district and the vision that is made possible by none other than Mayor Walsh in seeing what is possible in an area like this. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to invite Mayor Walsh to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. Let me welcome you, Bobby, and Ocean Spray here to the South Boston waterfront. On behalf of myself and City Council Michael Flaherty, State Representative David Beal, I know Congress Lynch is trying to make it over here. I want to thank you for being here. This is exciting. Bobby asked me down the back earlier about the kind of plans for the waterfront. Those of you that are not from Boston, we're standing on what was probably at one point parking lots. Before that, they were places where ships would come in, bring their fish off, bring their goods off, their services, and really expand it not just here in Boston, but throughout the whole New England region. And over time, this has changed. And if you get a chance to talk to Michael or David or myself or other people, it really has evolved. And the innovation of the waterfront is absolutely amazing. This space here, obviously startup space, is great to see and great to have in the waterfront. But as you look around, we have law firms, we have financial institutions, we have life insurance companies, we have retail downstairs, we have jobs in hotels, we have managerial jobs, we have maintenance jobs, a whole bunch of different opportunities in this area. This really has become a hub for technology, and we're excited about that. We're excited about the young people and the innovative folks that want to stay in the city of Boston. When I became the mayor in 2014, one of the first things that I went to a dinner one night, and two things were very clear. Number one, that venture capital money that was being given out in Boston was going in Silicon Valley. In the industry of venture capitalists and technology and innovation was mostly white men. And when you started thinking about that, we said we have to work on that. And I was told, do not think of competing with Silicon Valley. And as a Bostonian, obviously, those of you that are from Boston were pretty competitive. We started to say, wait a second, there's going to be a problem here. So we started meeting with venture capital companies and saying, when you invest in a company, have them invest in Boston. When you think about startups, we are the #1 startup city in America for women in the United States of America. So if we're not gonna compete with Silicon Valley for the men, we'll certainly compete for the women, because you're more productive and better people to make investments in. And it's a lot of those ideas happen in a building like this, in an office space like this. And we're excited to have Ocean Spray here. First time Ocean Spray has, I think, ventured outside of Lakeville. And you ventured down here, which is great, and I want to thank you for that. We all want to thank you as elected officials. We want to thank you for your investment here in the city of Boston. You probably have one of the greatest locations in the country, because when you walk down the back of your office, you look out over a beautiful park. That park is Martin's Park. It's going to be open in the middle of June. It's named after Martin Richard, the little boy who died during the Marathon bombing. And over there is the first fully inclusive park in the city of Boston, and it's our motivation that every park that we build down in the city of Boston, every tot lot, is fully inclusive. What does that mean? That means there's no special signs. That means that every little kid, regardless of their ability, goes into a park and has an opportunity to enjoy themselves as they should. There's not special things that they can't go on or can go on. That's the intention behind that, and you're in a great spot here, so I want to thank you for being here. I also want to recognize Jim Rooney, head of the Chamber of Commerce in the city of Boston. I want to thank Jimmy. Jimmy's role prior to being the head of the chamber, he was the head of the convention center. He actually helped build the convention center that you see up there now, and really think about innovation. That was kind of one of the things that got the innovation district sparked, by having the convention center here and having conventions coming in and people looking around saying, wow, we could do some amazing things. So there's great things happening in Boston. I'm not going to go on too long because we're here to celebrate and enjoy. Bobby, I want to thank you and your team for being here. I want to give a shout out to your attorney, but he's my former colleague from the House of Representatives, Jimmy Valley. I want to thank Jimmy for being here, and I know that you're going to have a great night tonight, and enjoy the night.
Thank you, Mayor. On behalf of all of our colleagues, our members of the board of directors, some are here, our distinguished guests, thank you very much for those kind words. And also, folks, Ocean Spray is 100% owned by our family farmers, about 700 family farmers. And that's important because that is a critical part of what makes us unique. And the Lighthouse gives us an incredible opportunity to innovate for not just the next year, 3 years, 5 years, but for the next 90 years. And we look to do more of that as often as possible to connect with more consumers and customers around the world. So with that said, thank you so much. And thank you to all of the guests. And please try some of the new products that have just come out this year and more to come out of Lighthouse. And enjoy yourself this evening. Thank you.